Hi friends, welcome to Tabletop tonight. I'm Ruel and on the tabletop right now is Snowfall Over Mountains. This video is being sponsored by our friends at Pencil First Games, and let's get to the tabletop right now. We are going on a solitary walk through the mountains, starting at our cabin here, just enjoying the solitude and going to be seeing a bunch of different things as we walk along, including bears, rabbits, ponds, trees, and so forth. And we're going to do that through tile placement. So on your turn, you're just gonna grab a tile and place it. We start with the cabin here, and we start with 2 tiles here. Now, like other tile layers, you can place them anywhere adjacent, side to side to a previously placed tile. You can never do corner to corner. And what you're trying to do is score the different features. I'll talk about that as we go on. So I'm going to look at these here. I've got 2 tiles to begin with. And just looking at our scoring here, our options, why don't we take a quick look at one of them, the pond. So this says that ponds are going to score 4 points for every pond that is surrounded on all 4 sides. Okay, so right off the bat here, we have a pond next to our cabin, and we can surround that. It's already surrounded by this feature here, the path. So can we surround it with another feature such as this? Okay. All right, so if you notice, I've continued this big path here. That is mainly for a negative score at the end. So all the paths that do not connect back to your cabin here will be worth -1. And then these will score differently. So let's take a look. Do I do that? Or perhaps I do something like this, which I think I'll do. Or this. Maybe I'll do this instead. Okay. So that's that. And then that's my turn. And then you draw another one. Okay. And then you're going to continue this path here. Let's see how I'm going to continue it, friends. Do I go like this? Because you'll see, notice I continue the rabbit tracks here. That's another thing that we can score. So the rabbit tracks, you're going to score 3 points for every rabbit path that is 3 or more squares long. So the rabbits are the smaller footprints, right? A lot smaller than a bear. So the bear tracks, these are the bear tracks here. These are the rabbit tracks. So I'm going to continue this because I've got 1, 2, 3. That's already 3 points for that rabbit path. Okay, now I do have to be careful of this because here's a path here that is not connected back to the cabin, so that's worth 0 right there. So I've got to keep track of what's happening and where all the different things are going. So now I draw another tile. Okay, so I can go here, or I can go here. So you could end up with something like this, where there's an empty spot in the middle, which is fine. But in this case, you really don't want to do that because you're trying to cover up these paths here. So maybe I want to do something like this. Okay, I can continue that path like that. All right, and here are the trees. I've got 2 trees right now. Let's take a quick look at how we score the trees. Now the trees are pretty straightforward. You score 1 point for every tree that is not adjacent to another tree. Okay, so you want those away from each other. And so far that's going to be 2 points right there. So that's fine. Okay, draw another tile. Okay, we got some bear tracks, the main path, and then also the tree. Now the main path does have to connect back to this cabin tile. So you don't have to get it directly to the cabin, right? Just to this main tile here. So, okay, maybe, that works out perfectly. Look at this. So now I've got a couple of paths here. They are going to connect back to the main cabin. And I've got another tree. I've got a little bush over here, but I got a tree. And then look at this, the bear tracks. Did we talk about the bear tracks yet? Maybe we didn't, but for every one, for the bear track, you take your longest bear path and you score 1 point for every square. So in this case, I've got 1, 2. So that's going to be 2 points. Obviously, got a long ways to go. Let's draw another tile. So you're always going to have 2 tiles here. So, oh, hey, I like this. I can cover up this right here. Oh, but then that path would be ending. No, I don't want to do that. Well, maybe I do. Okay. All right. So now I've covered 1, 2, 3 sides of that pond. Oh man, I don't know. Do I want to continue there or do I want to go here? Now this would negate these trees because they cannot be next to each other. So maybe I want to move this out of the way here. Or I can use this tile, of course. Let's see. Maybe put another, man, there's a lot of ponds in this part of town. But if I line this up, then I've got 3 bushes. And why don't we take a look at the bushes scoring? So the bush scores, you're going to score 1 point per bush in your largest cluster of bushes, right? So right now, I've got 1, 2, 3 for a cluster. And if I had maybe 2 over here, I would just score the 3 points. That's the largest. So that's yet another thing to keep track of. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, let's draw another tile. Okay, I like this. Okay, I don't like it here because then it would negate that. I do like this because it's going to continue my bear tracks. If I do it like this, perhaps. Look at that. Yeah, that might be cool. Okay. I do have a lot of paths here, so I got to be careful. Okay, let's draw another one. Okay. Yeah, I like this. This is going to cover up that neatly. And then, oh, it doesn't connect my bush, though. But the thing is, it's going to cover up one of each side of my lakes here, and it continues that path. So I like that. Okay. So let's see. Did we cover all? We talked about bushes. We talked about bears. We talked about the rabbits, trees, and ponds. So we've covered all the different scoring options. Again, it's the rabbit path 1, 2, 3. So that's gonna be worth 3. Can I get another rabbit path going? I don't have any rabbit paths in my hand. Let's see. I can do this here. This and another lake. Oh my gosh! And I could. I mean, I could just cover it now. The bear tracks would end here, but if I can continue this bear track, then you know there might be we can come down here and make it longer. But oh my gosh, look! And I would cover up all 4 sides of this lake, 1, 2, 3, 4. But yet another lake here, another man. There's a lot of lakes right here in the middle. Okay, so apparently there's some good fishing right around my cabin. Let's see. I drew this one. Oh, okay. So we can continue the bear tracks down there. Now this one has a bush, so maybe I put the bush here and it connects. Oh wait, well this one would connect. No. Okay, these are okay. So these trees, if I put this here, are not adjacent. They're diagonal. Adjacent's orthogonal. So I could do this, or I can do something like this. You know, I like the fact I like trying to extend my bear tracks down here, so I'll go with that. Draw another tile. Ooh, okay, this is an interesting one. Now this, okay. I can do this. Or I can do the bear. I don't want to start making it too long without worrying about this path here. So this path is okay. This one's okay. This connects here. This connects here. This is the one needs to get back to that home tile, which is right here. So if I put this here, then at least that's not going to be a negative. But then I negate the tree, or the 2 trees there. Let's see what this goes. You know what? I'll just take care of that. I'm going to lose the tree, but at least I connect this path, so I won't lose points. Okay. Oh, hey, bear. Yay, bears. We're definitely going down here. Look at that path. I'm going to move this up. Whoa, going to move it up a little bit so y'all can see it. Draw another tile. Yay, another bear path and a tree. Now, this one does have a rabbit. So I could put it something like this. Look at that. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 points for every rabbit path that is 3 or more. Score 3 for a rabbit path per rabbit path that is 3 or more squares long. So unlike the bear path, where you want the bear path to be super long, the rabbit path, you want several of those that are 3 each are 3 squares. So I've got 2 of them here. There'll be 2. So maybe we should continue the path here. The bear. I'm gonna bring this up again. Wow, I wasn't. Again, this you just never know how things are gonna play out. Look at this. Okay, let's draw another one. Okay, we got the main path, a tree, or a couple of bushes. Then we have a main path, and then the bear tracks. So what's this main path gonna do? I do want to connect this at some point. I could do this. Yeah, that might be cool, because then it covers up one of the sides here of the lake, connects the main path. And look at this bush. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bushes for 5 points. So these two are not connected. I've got a 1, 2, 3 down here. All right, let's continue. Okay, main path. Oh, the main path I like because it's connecting here. Okay, so everything right now is connecting back to this main cabin, which is fine. That's good. Okay, yet another lake. Golly, a lot of lakes. Okay, hey, here's a rabbit path. We can do this. Yeah, maybe we do that. What if we, okay. Or we can bring them a new rabbit path down here. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Or, I was going to put one here. Or we can do this one here. There's a little rabbit path of 2. All we need is a third one. Okay, let's do that. Hey, speaking of rabbit paths, that's a little circle one here. Now, do I want to do this, cover up that so I can get more points for that lake? Or do I cover up this? And hey, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bushes aligned here. So maybe this is another way to score bushes if I can get this one bigger than this one. And I've got another rabbit path here, so that's cool. Okay, let's continue drawing. Okay, bear path, rabbit path, and then the main path. If I put this bear down here, yeah, we'll continue the bear, and we have yet another rabbit. If we can connect this one down here, that rabbit might be okay. That rabbit path. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we've got rabbits, bears, and then the main path here. So would this connect? Okay, this does not. This would connect, but then you have this main path here, which is, oh, can you even see that? No, you cannot. Oh, huh. Maybe I should do the magic of editing, see if I can change the camera. And voila, hey, we got a little more room now. So let's see, what am I going to do? Do I continue the bear path here? That might be okay. And then I yet have another rabbit path that I could theoretically get a third piece here. So we'll see. Let's grab this. Okay, there's a main path. Could go up here, and this is another main path that could connect. Oh, that'll be such a waste, though. Do I go down here? This might be the way to go. Yet another. See where this one goes. I could cover up that. Oh, I could cover up the fourth side of that lake, which is nice, and have a tree. Okay, let's do that. Hey, there's a rabbit. This is good. This will work. Rabbit right there. And hey, I've got a cluster of bush, and I have a tree here. So the cluster is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this one over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this bush cluster. And I also have extra trees here, which is nice. Score some more. Okay, here's another bear. And then a main path one. This is the tough thing. Do I go down here? Do I do it like this? Maybe I do. Or maybe I just continue this path and just sort of... Oh, you know what? We're running out of tiles here. We got just a few here. We got 1, 2. We got less than 10 tiles left. So maybe I want to start covering up the lake here. Let me push these score things here. Now, I should remind you that I have 2 tools. I haven't even talked about these yet. So these here give you special one-time abilities. For example, the snowshoes play a tile on top of another tile. Okay. So that, oh man, is that going to come in handy? That's the only one you cannot cover up is the cabin tile. So again, these break the rules, are one-time use. And then the work gloves allow me to swap 2 previously placed tiles. Okay. Now, the thing is about these tools as well, if you don't use them, you get 1 point per. So I'm giving up a couple of points if I use them, but I may have to do that. Let's see. Do I want to extend this? Or, I mean, I can cover up something like this. Nah, that I don't think works. What does work, hopefully, is cover. I want to try to get these points for the lake. Oh, but not at the expense of totally hosing myself with this unconnected path. Oh, this one works out because now I got a 1, 2, 3, 4 rabbit trail. Okay, and this path, yeah, it does hurt that I'm going to lose a point, but at least it's not, you know, I could have put it over here in another point. So we'll continue. Okay, a longer path here with a rabbit trail. Okay, and it has a bush. You could do something like this, perhaps, just to extend that trail. Man, I could extend this trail here, right? Or I can do something like this. So many options. I see if I put it down here, then this is another path that's going to be -1 because it is not connected back to that main tile. So far, I've done a pretty good job. I've got this one big old circuitous, you know, path, but they all come back to this main tile, right? I can trace all the way back here. So, and this one is probably not going to make it back there. I mean, maybe I can't. No. Oh, what do you think? Maybe I could bring it back here? Why don't we try it? Here, I'll move these. Who knows? Maybe I could bring it back. All right, let's take another tile. I mean, this comes down here. Look at that. Or it does have a tree. And yet another pond. Got to cover this pond. Well, this is covered. This is covered. These are not. Okay. Hey, we could cover a pond with a pond, perhaps, or maybe bring this. I'm going to extend my bear path down here, which is there's also another rabbit path here. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. Hey, there's another one. There's another one. Do I extend the rabbit path? I do, and it has a tree. That's pretty neat. Or, okay, I'm going to keep that there. Let's see what comes up. Okay, this path here. Why don't I do this? I'm going to cover up this one. I cover up this lake, and then I'm going to lose points for this path. But if I can somehow connect it, let's see. Oh, that's not it. Oh, that's brutal. That is not it. But we could do this. We can continue this path here. Just extend this outward. Okay, or do we go up here? Oh, I don't know. We'll go up here. Let's see what happens. Oh, we really need one that goes. Oh, okay. Maybe. So this is where I can take that tool, the snowshoes, play a tile on top of any other tiles except the cabin tile. So maybe if I put this here, and then I can place the. Oh no, that's not going to work. Oh man, I've got to place all tiles. That's the end game trigger. And snowshoes, I can swap 2 previously placed tiles. So that might come into play too, where I bring in a tile where I can, hopefully I can, let me see, could, like, for instance, this one, that one would go up there maybe. Oh no, I got to swap 2 tiles. Oh man. Oh. So I got to place one first. Oh man. No, I don't want to start any more. So I'm gonna go here like this. Okay, final tile, but we still got a couple more to go. This is where we can do the swappy swap. So 2 previously placed tiles. So I put one here. Man, I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm gonna place this down here just so I can continue my bear path. I've got one more. Now this is where I could use, let's see, can I swap 2 previously placed tiles? Ooh, I gotta think about this. Okay, I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna place this here. Okay. And that's just gonna connect there. So the game is over. Now we're gonna go to final scoring. We're gonna score each of these. So I decided not to use my tools. I couldn't figure it out. And that's what's great about this game. It's more puzzly than you expect for a small box game, but I love it. It's designed by Scott Caputo, who's done some wonderful tile layers in the past. Folks, you may know Whistle Stop, Whistle Mountain, Sorcerer City, and a bunch of other 100 Tory. Oh my gosh, really some fantastic designs. So why don't we go to final scoring? Let me get a piece of paper. Hey, look at that. A Post-it just showed up. So I did not use the 2 tools, so I'm going to get plus 2 points for that. Okay, tools. Now let's look at the bear. So the bear is, once again, score 1 point for every square on your longest bear path. Okay, so we know the longest bear path's down here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for the bear. Yay, bear. All right, bush. This is 1 point per bush in your largest cluster. So remember we had a couple here. Let's just take a look here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are not connected. That's by itself. That's by itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we missed the number 7 down here. And there's a couple of stray ones here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 1 point per. So 6 for the bush. And then the ponds. We had a bunch of ponds. I don't know how many we covered up. So this is 4 points for every pond that's surrounded on all 4 sides. So maybe we should have paid a little more attention to that. So we got pond here. No. This pond, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 points. This pond, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another 4. And this pond, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 12 points. So, and there's a pond down here. So 12 points for the ponds. Now let's look at the rabbits. Okay. And the rabbits were the smaller tracks. Remember the bear track's pretty easy to see. The rabbits are a little smaller. And it's 3 for every path that is 3 or more squares long. 3 points for every rabbit path that's 3 or more squares long. So let's take a look. This is 1, 2, doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 1 rabbit path. Let's see. This one's a single. These are all bear tracks. This is a single rabbit track. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 rabbit tracks. Hey, there's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a single. This is a single. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, another one. So we had 4 total. So that's 12 points for the rabbits. And finally, the trees. 1 point for tree that is not adjacent to another tree. So they just can't be next to another tree. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are next to each other, so they don't count. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hey, 12 points. Not too shabby for the trees. So let's do some quick math here. I've got 19 plus 6 is 25. So 25 so far. And then 3 times 12 is 36. So I've got 11. I've got 61 so far. Okay, but here's the thing. Remember that path? I take off -3 if it's not connected back to this main cabin. So I've got 1 here, so that's -3. So down to 58. I've got another one. Oh man, -3 down to 55. Okay, so this and this are not connected. This is connected here. These all connect back to here. This is the main path. Okay, here and here. Okay, so that's the main cabin. Thankfully, they're all connected. There's no other ones there. So my final score is 55. And we go to our handy dandy scoring reminder. I've got 55. I just missed the very middle one. So I am a wayward hiker scoring 55 out of, wow, you got to hit 76 for a master trailblazer. I got some practice to do, folks. But hey, that's it. A wonderful solo game, Snowfall Over Mountains. Want to thank, again, Pencil First Games for sponsoring the stream. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you later here at the tabletop. Bye, everybody.